All right, get today's prices on your home. Cogburn Law Offices has partnered with a local nonprofit to help you short sell your home and then buy it back at what it's worth today. And the best part is you pay nothing to our next guest.
Here with how it is possible, attorney Jamie Cogburn. Hello, great to see you.
It's good to see you guys.
Now, Jamie, tell us about this new program and partnership with a local nonprofit.
So we partner with the local nonprofit. They're the only one in the state that actually can do this program. We work with all the banks. They're approved with the banks. You basically short sell your house to them. They're going to lease it back to you, and you have an option to buy it anywhere from 1 year to 4 years later at today's price.
So how does this help the people of Las Vegas?
So it's great. You know, it's crazy to believe this because everybody says the economy is so great and all those things. But 35% of people in the valley are still upside down, which to me, you know, unless you're living in Summerlin, which has really come back in parts of Green Valley, the rest of the valley is still hurting, and people are still $100,000, $200,000 upside down. So if you owe $400,000 on your house and it's worth $220,000, you're going to sell it for $220,000 and you're going to buy it back for the $220,000. So it's it lowers your payment, and then you're going to have equity ultimately when you purchase your house.
So you're able to afford to stay in your home, but the best part, some people don't want to move.
Right. It's like a principal reduction. Everybody says, hey, I would love to own my house for what it's worth today. And now you have that opportunity. It's just one of those rare things. And because we're partnered with the local nonprofit, we said, hey, we'll waive our fees. The bank pays us a very small pigeons of money, but really it's just to give back. We just closed one actually today that's going to close escrow. They're closing today. He owed $450 and he's buying it back for $240.
Nice.
Wow.
So I mean that's just a huge savings.
So he doesn't have to pay you, the bank pays you. Is that what you're saying?
Yep,
The
they pay,
bank pays you a little. This is
unfortunately.
really, you're just doing this because you're able to help people.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. So take us through the process if I'm an potentially
So
interested buyer.
you call us. We're going to get some information from you, and then we're going to walk you through the process. But ultimately, you don't move, you don't put a sign in your yard, nobody knows what's going on. We have your house listed, the local nonprofit puts in an offer. Everything is disclosed to the bank. Bank of America participates, Wells Fargo, all the big banks participate, and the small banks too. You're going to sell it to them, you never move, and then you have the option to purchase it back. They're going to have you, they're HUD certified. They help you if there's any credit issues, we get that fixed for you. So you're ready to purchase within 1 year.
Now you mentioned those banks, so we don't have to find our own lender.
Nope.
You can refer us to the lender.
You do. We just want the client to show up. So we handle everything from A to Z. We go through all the contracts. We handle the escrow. We handle the real estate portion. We just handle everything, negotiate with the bank to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. That way you can just move forward and you don't have to worry about anything.
Wow, that's great. And you work with a variety of lenders, you said, so there's no
Correct.
issues there.
So you've got Bank of America, you've got
Wells Fargo,
Wells
Citibank, NationStar is a big one right now, Green Tree. All the banks are on board. It's actually a federal, there's not a loophole, but there's a federal program that allows, the banks actually get credits with the federal government for working with the nonprofit and doing the program, which is why they actually want to do the program.
Now, on this particular home that you're closing escrow on today, how long did the process take for this person to start to finish?
Prior to them coming to our office, they had been working on it for about 2 years.
2 years,
They've been
on their own?
On their own. They had tried to modify it and tried to do a bunch of different things. Our process took about 3.5 months, 4 months.
What kind of paperwork do we need to give you?
Ultimately, we need a budget. We need a mortgage statement, and then ultimately we're going to need bank statements and pay stubs, and then there's some documents you have to sign. But we put all that stuff, we send it to you, and it's on our website, and we send you a backlink, and you just fill it out.
Step by step, you take us through it, so it's
This
very
is so
easy.
timely with the end of the year approaching, right? People are trying to get their finances in order and, you know, maybe try to accomplish things they didn't really think were possible.
It's great. If you're one of the people that are upside down, and you go, hey, I owe $400,000, and my house is worth $250,000, I would love to own it for $250,000. Then to me, you're crazy not to take advantage of it.
Right.
There's limited funds. Ultimately, the funds will sooner or later run out. But you know, it's a program that you get to take advantage of. You get to lower your interest rate. You get to lower your payment, your monthly payment, and ultimately you're going to have equity in your house. Instead of going, hey, I got to dig out of this hole for the next 6, 7 years.
Right.
I could sell my house in 2 years and make money.
And you've heard of all the horror stories. Back 5 years ago, people tried to call up the bank themselves, and they got nowhere.
Oh.
The runaround was crazy.
You know,
it still is for some
I always
people.
say it's like fixing your own car. if you don't know how to work on your own car, it's something you can do. And yeah, you don't need a lawyer for anything, frankly. You could do everything yourself, but you know, you don't need a doctor to amputate your leg either, but it's probably not going to go. It's probably not going to go that well if you do it yourself.
I'm not going to
So
bother.
it's better to hire a professional. And in this case, we don't charge you a dime. You come in, we don't charge you anything. We work with you, and sometimes when you come in, this option is actually not your best option, and we're going to tell you what your other options are, and go, hey, these are your options. Do what's best for you and your family.
All right, thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
To learn more about the program and Jamie's services, go to the website right there on your screen or call the number listed. Jamie's office is located on St. Rose Parkway in Henderson.